everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new, welcome back if you're not. If you are a lover of all things beauty, handbags, luxury, and fashion, you've come to the right place. My name is Cece and welcome. Today we're going to get into the top overrated bag. I too have fallen victim of purchasing these bags. In fact, there's two of them that I owned in my collection that I did unfortunately get rid of. Stay tuned and find out which handbags are overrated, not worth your money, and a complete waste, and find out which handbags you should purchase instead. If you don't already subscribe to my channel, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below so you never miss a new video. Hit the notification bell as well so you get notified anytime a new video is released. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. I do also want to pause and take a moment to mention that I did purchase recently some new jewelry pieces that I am wearing, and I just wanted to stop and show you. This is from OBY Jewelry. So I just ordered these two bracelets here. This is the knot bracelet, which was originally sold out, but then became restocked. You can sign up for restock notifications, and when this bracelet became available, I had to jump on it. It is such a gorgeous piece. And then I have this one with the lab-grown diamonds here. Such a beautiful statement piece. I'm also wearing a couple of their rings. So I have one of their rings here and this ring here. How beautiful. I included and stacked up my bracelet stack here so you can see they pair so well with my Cartier Juste Clos bracelet. Now I do have a discount code for you guys, which I will include down below. It's a 25% discount code by using the code CC. I also have a couple of links down below that will point you directly to the pieces that I am wearing. Absolute favorite. I will say the discount code only applies to gold vermeil items and does not include solid gold or custom pieces, but at this price point you cannot go wrong. They have such amazing pieces. They offer sustainable jewelry at a fraction of the cost of main retailers. These pieces are crafted with meticulous attention to detail. They are currently having a summer sale starting at 30% off. I would recommend checking out their website. Redefining sustainable luxury inspired by French art and unique designs that blend modern elegance with timeless fashion. They do use lab-grown diamonds that are sustainable and eco-friendly. They do offer lab-grown gemstones, recycled materials, recycled packaging, and boy, is their packaging absolutely beautiful. I am definitely going to be checking out their website to stock up on more jewelry and take advantage of the sale. Definitely check out the links that I've included down below for an additional discount and use my code CC for an additional 25% off. So the first bag I'm going to get started with is a bag that I've actually had on my wish list, taken off my wish list, re-added back on my wish list, a handbag that I looked at when I visited the Louis Vuitton boutique when I was visiting Nice. I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with this bag. I do find it to be quite elegant and beautiful. She does look wonderful when styled correctly, but for the price tag and the fact that she does not appreciate in value, I just can't justify it. And it is none other than the Louis Vuitton Capucine bag. Now, this is Louis Vuitton's, in my opinion, Hermès Reach bag. It's their want-to-be Birkin. They're trying to push this fully leather, elevated, highest price point handbag that almost dips into Chanel or Hermès status. But when it comes to the resale value, if you were to buy this bag and put it on the resale market or decide you want to sell it to a consignment, you're just not going to get that much money for it. The same may hold true for other Chanel bags, but I will tell you, when it comes for bang for your buck, I simply cannot justify the cost on the Capucine. It is a gorgeous bag. Don't get me wrong. She's very, very sophisticated, but I don't know. Instead, I would recommend investing in the Louis Vuitton Speedy. The Speedy is Louis Vuitton's, it's one of their signature pieces. That piece will never go out of style. There's no other brand that does the Speedy quite like Louis Vuitton. This is a handbag that was loved and favored by Audrey Hepburn. That's what originally put it on the map. And as a result, they made it in a variety of different sizes and different styles, different colorways, different leathers. You have so many different options in the Speedy, but I would say stick to the Speedy 25 or 30. Those are the classics. They also recently redesigned and came up with the soft Speedy, which I had the opportunity to try on in store. It is a beautiful bag. I love that bag and I often think about it, but I think I'm going to opt for the Speedy B 30 or 25 instead and use it as sort of an overnight bag. But the Louis Vuitton Speedy, you just can't go wrong with that bag. It is a classic. It is a staple. She will never go out of style. I remember purchasing one of my first Louis Vuittons many years ago. It was actually not my own purchase. It was gifted to me. This was prior to buying my own first designer handbag purchase, which was the Louis Vuitton Neverfull. And I talk about that in my last video. Actually, I give you a little bit of story time talking about my first designer handbag purchase and how that came to be, but the Speedy is just timeless. So rather than purchasing the Capucine, if you're looking for a leather item in that price point, you might as well opt for an Hermès or a Chanel, which is going to retain and hold its value, and you can justify the cost because you know that on a pre-loved or consignment market, you're likely to get your money back versus purchasing the Capucine. And instead, put your money towards the Louis Vuitton Speedy. The next one is going to be, and this was a tough one because when this came back and trended, it trended so hard. I too almost fell victim to it and considered purchasing this bag, but it is none other than the Prada re-edition. I just can't justify this amount of money for a nylon bag. I understand some people may say the same is true for Louis Vuitton because it's not full leather. You're purchasing canvas. I get that, especially, with the monogram canvas. It's not a leather good item. There's only pieces of the bag that are leather, but this is nylon, which in my opinion doesn't hold up. It doesn't age well. I just can't justify. I feel the same way about raffia and raffia totes. I love raffia totes, and I've often thought about putting a designer raffia tote on my list, on my wish list. I've thought about the Loewe raffia tote. I've thought about the Rose raffia tote. I think if I was going to do a raffia tote and I wanted to invest that kind of money, it would likely be one of those pieces. Going back to nylon, I just cannot justify the price point on the Prada re-edition on a nylon bag. I get it. When that bag trends, it trends hard, but now is a perfect example. That trend is now gone and no longer in style, and you're left with a nylon handbag that you're not going to get your money back on. Instead, I would purchase or consider purchasing the Prada Galleria. This is a tote that is classic. It's a timeless silhouette. It's likely to retain its value moreover than the Prada re-edition. It's also likely to hold up well and age well compared to a nylon bag. So I would opt for something like the Galleria. The Prada Galleria is reminiscent of the YSL Sac du Jour. They're very, very similar, but the Prada Galleria is a classic timeless piece. It's likely to remain relevant and in style for many, many years. It's not the same price point as the re-edition. So the large Prada Galleria retails for $5,100 as of today, August 2025. The medium retails for $4,850. The Sac du Jour in comparison, so the small Saint Laurent Sac du Jour top handle retails for $3,600. But let's see. Ooh, the Prada came out with something really beautiful. It's very reminiscent of the Rose Margot bag. It's called the large leather tote bag. They have a briarwood, beautiful brown leather color. It goes for $4,300. So it just goes to show you that this Dr. silhouette bag is not going away. It's here to stay. Although I would opt for the Rose Margaux, but we're getting off topic here. Now, the Prada re-edition retails for $1,390. They have a 2005 version that retails for $2,100. It's the 2005 Nylon Prada re-edition bag in black. It comes with a couple of additional accessories, but again, for $2,100, I would rather put that money towards the Galleria or another tote that I know is likely to stand the test of time and remain timeless. I feel the same way about the Fendi Peekaboo bag. When I think of the Prada Galleria, the YSL Sac du Jour, or the Fendi Peekaboo, for me, I equate them on a very similar level. They are classic pieces that these brands are known for that have remained relevant. You could have purchased them 10 years ago. You can purchase them more than likely, as long as they are not discontinued, probably 10 years from now as well. So these are the types of handbags I would opt for recommending instead. They're timeless. This is a handbag that will grow and age well with you. So as time goes on and you reach different points within your life, you are likely to still reach for this type of bag. It is a perfect work bag. It is a perfect everyday bag. It is a perfect sophisticated travel bag. It's just a beautiful everyday luxury, elegant female handbag. The next one is a tough one too, because I really thought about purchasing this bag, but it's going to be the Dior saddle bag. I loved this bag, and I remember this is again an archival piece. This is a piece that was originally released many years ago. I remember seeing this silhouette in this bag everywhere. It was so popular. So many women reached for it. So many people owned it. It was such a staple and such a statement bag bag, and they re-released it, and I will tell you, I still love that bag. I just love something about the silhouette. It's just like this guitar, sort of edgy rock star kind of look. But the fact is, when that bag is no longer in style, it is really no longer in style. And because it's so unique and it has such a different silhouette, it's hard to keep that bag relevant. It's hard to justify that bag once it goes out. So instead of purchasing the Dior saddlebag, I would opt for something like the Lady Dior, particularly in the size medium. Now, I owned the Lady Dior. I still consider it a classic bag. I talk about reasons why I let that bag go in my last video. I'll link that for you guys. The Lady Dior is a much better option. Again, it's a top handle bag. It does come with a crossbody strap. It is a gorgeous piece and it can be worn top handle as well. It's a bag that was worn by Lady Diana. It's a bag that will remain timeless and relevant for many years to come. And when compared against its original design, the redesign elements make it much easier to get in and out of the bag. It's not as fussy. The version that I owned is the original classic version, which has a zipper closure. It makes getting in and out of the bag quite difficult. They now have sort of a cover that you can open and close, very similar to the Capucine, where you can easily get out of the bag or in and out of the bag. It does not have a zipper closure and it makes the bag less fussy and just more user-friendly. So rather than the Dior saddle, definitely opt for the Lady Dior. The original size medium, maybe even the small would be your best bet. The next one is going to be the Bottega Veneta Mini Jodie. Now, I've tried this bag on. I think she's so cute, and I think when she was in style and trending, again, she was trending really hard. It was difficult not to see that bag everywhere and not to want to consider purchasing it. But I've tried the bag on and it just does not work for me. It's not a practical bag. There's not much you can fit in it. You can barely fit a phone. It does not go over the shoulder. It barely fits on the crook of your arm. It just doesn't fit. So for that reason, I'm going to say do not invest your money in the Bottega Veneta Mini Jodie. I would instead recommend the Teen Jodie. The Teen Jodie is so practical, so comfortable. I have tried on this bag. I will say the leather is a little stiff, but the sales associate, when I tried on the bag in store, mentioned that it does wear and kind of get mushier and softer over time. So while it is stiff the first couple wears, it does eventually mold to your body and become a little softer and easier to wear. I think it's a very durable bag as well. She fits quite a lot. She's great for every day. She's great for travel. You don't have to worry if you get stuck in the rain because the leather is not super delicate where you have to worry about watermarks or stains. I would opt for a darker color as well in the classic leather. I know the fondant is quite popular. The fondant is definitely one that is on my wish list. It is a bag that I am definitely considering investing in, although I may go the pre-loved route. I will say Bottega Veneta unfortunately does not retain its value as much. So if you can opt for a pre-loved version, I would recommend it. In fact, I'll include a few links down below on some pre-loved finds in case you're interested. The next handbag is going to be another Bottega piece, and it is the Bottega Veneta Andiamo handbag. Now, I know I may get some slack or hard time for this, but I just don't find the Andiamo bag to be all that worthy of the hefty price tag. It'll be interesting to see if this handbag retains its value and if it retains its relevance and continues to be in style after a couple of years. But instead, I would opt for the Celine 16 or even the Hermès Lindy. Now, personally, I am not a fan of the Celine 16 either, but at least the Celine 16 has been out for quite some time. It has retained its value. It is sophisticated. It's a beautiful bag. It's very elegant, and I think it will likely remain part of their Celine design pieces. Now, the Hermès Lindy is a piece that I have contemplated putting on my wish list. It's not considered a quota bag. It is a handbag that you can purchase directly from the Hermès website, or if it becomes readily available in the boutique. It is an interesting design and silhouette. It's very unlike and not similar at all to the Bottega Veneta Andiamo, but personally it is a handbag that I think will retain its value simply because it is Hermès. So on the pre-loved market, it is more likely to hold more weight and more value when compared against the Andiamo. Bottega just does not hold its value on the pre-loved market. So for that reason, I have a difficult time investing and spending so much money on a handbag if we don't know for sure that we're going to get that money back. The next one is going to be the Gucci Dionysus or Dionysus. I owned this bag and recently let it go. This was a difficult decision for me because I did purchase it brand new from the boutique, but it's no longer relevant. It's no longer in style. It is bulky. It's hard to get in and out of the bag. It's not comfortable to wear. It's just not practical. And it does have a suede interior lining as well as suede on the exterior just underneath the opening and the flap. While I am very cautious and baby my bags and I'm very careful about caring for them, I just found that the suede made it that much more difficult. You're worried about putting lipstick or makeup in your bag. It's not something that you can easily wipe or clean. At least with leather, you have a little more durability and flexibility with what you can put in and outside of the bag. By the way, I just want to apologize in advance if you hear any background noise. My son and husband are here and I am trying to film at the same time while they are trying to get out of the house. So you may hear some background noise. Apologies in advance for that. Okay, I just took a pause from filming so that I could close the door to the laundry room. Apparently my husband decided to clean out the fish tank while I'm filming, and so you can hear the running water in the background. And so I went ahead and closed the door, so hopefully there's less noise. So instead of the Gucci Dionysus, I would opt for the Gucci Jackie 1961. This is a classic silhouette. It is an archival design that Jackie Onassis Kennedy did wear and style many years ago. They have so many beautiful leather options. I actually had this bag on my wish list for a while. I took it off my wish list because I was worried that it was not a classic staple that would remain relevant. And I thought about the Christian Dior Bobby bag in its place. They have somewhat of a similar silhouette, but not quite. I just felt that the Christian Dior Bobby bag just fit my lifestyle a little bit more. It does have a crossbody option. I just felt that the silhouette just complemented me a little bit better than the Jackie 1961, but I do love that bag and I would highly suggest if you are opting for a Gucci, definitely opt for the Jackie 1961 compared to the Dionysus. The last one, and this is another bag that I owned as well. This is going to be a difficult one, but I recently let it go and I'm very happy with my decision. It is a well-made, beautiful bag. It's just not functional or practical, and it is none other than the Bottega Veneta Arco Tote. I purchased this bag because I had seen Meghan Markle wearing it. If you know, you know that I am obsessed with Meghan Markle, absolutely adore her style, and I find that her style really resonates with me. She opts for more straight lines, classic silhouettes, typically timeless pieces. She's not really into the trendy items. She purchased or was seen traveling with the Bottega Veneta Arco Tote, and at that time I was traveling more for work, so I felt this would fit my lifestyle. But I will tell you, it is a heavy bag without anything in it, and so once you put items in it, it becomes extra heavy, difficult to navigate and travel with. It's not really secure. There's nothing that really closes the bag on the top. There's no zipper closure or anything like that. There's no flap. It just remains open. There's two little ties that will kind of hold the bag together, but it doesn't really close the bag. And I felt that over time, if I put too many items in the bag, it would weigh too much on the leather and it would start to sag a little bit. So I did recently let go of this bag. Instead of the Arco Tote, I would opt for either the Goyard St. Louis, which I do own two of, and I find that those bags are just so practical. They make so much sense. They're so comfortable and easy to wear. They're very light. They're packable. They make great, wonderful travel bags. They're versatile in that they're not fussy. Because of the canvas leather, you can bring this bag to the beach. You don't have to worry about sand or natural elements as much as you do with the leather. It's light. It's easy to carry. It fits well on the shoulder. Very comfortable to wear. If you do want to stick with the Bottega look and you want the Bottega leather, then I would opt for the Bottega Veneta Cabot. I hope I'm saying that right. Cabot bag. That bag is so beautiful. It is a little bit of a higher price range. So if you're looking for something similar to the Arco, but a little more comfortable and easy to wear, definitely opt for the Cabot bag. You can wear it as a shoulder. It just makes more sense for travel. But personally, I would go for the Goyard St. Louis. That's just my personal preference. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down below. And please be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm going to go ahead and leave 2 additional videos for you guys at the end, so definitely check those out. Thanks so much for sticking with me. Until next time, bye guys.